Oh, sometimes I entertain myself. You're probably not so entertained at the moment. If I had to read your minds, you're probably thinking, Mr. Nedick, you're the worst human being in existence, followed shortly behind with a, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, I have no idea how to do what I was just asked. Of course, I was just asked to build, design, and program a device to help lower the disequity that follows automobile accidents. Why in the world did you get picked to do that? After all, this is a research class, not an engineering class. Research class, not a programming class. A research class, not an entrepreneurship class. All those three things seem more likely suited to this task than you. And yet you were picked for it. Weird. It's probably just because I have nothing else to do with your time and I'm just trying to fill it, right? Definitely. All right, so the task in front of you is daunting, I think. Most of you are thinking immediately, this is pretty far beyond anything I've done before, which is great because here in, 6-8 weeks, you'll be starting a project that's way beyond this one still. You'll be working with tools you've never used before, riveters and welders, things like PCR and p-value, things that we haven't even talked about yet because, let's face it, we don't know exactly what you're going to do. But I do know that there's going to be tools that you've never worked with before that produce large data sets. And so when I was thinking about this, I wanted to have a project that had visible results for the first quarter, which I think we succeeded at. And for the second quarter, I wanted a smaller project that gave large data sets that needed to be filtered, and it required you to use something out of your comfort zone. So I started planning a project around something called a Raspberry Pi, which is a computer inside of this box here. And I wasn't sure exactly what the Pi would do. Originally, you were going to build a weather station, and I thought, that's kind of nerdy even by my standards. And it's like, oh, maybe I'll let them choose a project of their own kind. And I was talking with Mr. Owsley a few weeks ago, and I proposed maybe I could help build some of the prototypes for his entrepreneurship class. And this particular group's project came about, and it seemed, well suited to what we needed to accomplish in this class, which was you need to learn to write grants, you need to learn to work with systems that are new, and I want to do something that has some impact. So you're stuck with this one. So you're being asked to design this device that lowers the disequity after accidents. Mr. Wilson's got some big pieces of paper he's going to hand out to you in just a moment, 11 by 17. And those are going to be where you start this. I want you to start thinking about what does this device even actually need to do? Does it need to take pictures or video? Does it need to record some kind of a data? What kind of data would be useful? Does it need some kind of a sensor to figure out where it's at? I don't know. I'm not concerned about the exact details of how it's going to work today. That's more tomorrow, and I'll help with that. What I'm concerned about, and what I'm asking you to do today, is design what does this need to do? What is our goal as a group? Because I want to point out there are 4 groups here, and each of these groups are going to submit their projects to this group for evaluation. And one of them is going to be picked as the actual prototype, which is going to be shown off at the Entrepreneurship Night on December 12th. Right? Your prototype will be on display. Actually, all 4 of them will be on display, as well as these large sheets of paper, which are going to be the starting point of this project. You have a lot of tools available to you in this. Some of them are familiar, and some of them are probably tools you've not used before, and that's okay. But in the end, I want you to produce a tangible, finished project. Now, it would be too easy if I just said, order the parts you need, put them together, and get it done by this deadline. That's not the learning objective here. So, of course, you'll be writing grants for each thing you need in this, and I'll cover what that looks like tomorrow. The timeline for this project is actually quite straightforward. Today, again, is ideation. Tomorrow, you'll be doing some of the mechanical part of what parts do I need and how do they fit together. On Friday, you'll start writing your grants. You continue that grant writing process for the next couple days. And by the end of next week, most of your grants will be finished, and those that have passed the criterion will be purchased. We'll put them together, we'll program them, And honestly, by the end of 2 weeks from now, your projects, again, will be working. So pretty much before Thanksgiving, my guess is we'll actually be looking at tangible results here, which sounds really fast. But again, I'm not so concerned. I think these Raspberry Pis won't be as daunting as they seem at the moment. Probably. Hopefully. That being said, for now, your goal is simply to figure out exactly what you need to fit the challenge that's in front of you. How does this need to work? What's it going to look like? What do you need to do? I'll see you again tomorrow with a little bit more information, but for now, good luck and enjoy. Buen camino.